Hi everyone and welcome to Easy Learning. Today we are officially going to start our QBA preparations and we are going to begin with some terminologies, actually lots of terminologies, but we are going to start with the glossary first so we could know the basic concept of each term. We can proceed for further preparation. So we are going to start with 15 terminologies and we will be covering 15 terminologies in each video until we cover the most and main terminologies, and those will be around, you can say, 150 to 200 terms. And then I'll also be sharing MCQ link in the description below, so you can simply watch the video and then attempt the quiz on the link. So we have AB design. So AB design is basically an experimental design and it has two phases. So A basically would be the pre-treatment phase followed by a treatment condition. So basically any experimental design in which you're following two phases, you are doing the pre-treatment, you're taking the baseline data and then you are providing the treatment, that would be the AB design or experimental design. Now coming towards the ABA design, this means it has three phases. This is also known as reversal or withdrawal design. Again, A would be the initial baseline phase. Now B here would be similarly treatment condition. Now what is A again? So basically when an initial baseline data is taken, an initial baseline phase is conducted, treatment is given, then the treatment condition is withdrawn or reversed to the initial phase. So basically the treatment is removed to see the baseline again, to see or compare the results between the initial baseline phase and then the later phase. So then it would again be the A phase, which would be baseline condition. So that's why it is called reversal, because initial baseline phase is followed by a treatment phase, then the treatment phase is removed and the condition is reversed to the baseline phase. Now AB, again this one is a four phase. Now again this is also called a reversal or withdrawal phase, and then initial baseline, treatment removed and then the result. So now B here is the second intervention phase. Just to see if we got the result here from A, are we going to get it again? So to see the replication, we are going to reverse the condition again and again. So this again will be the reversal and withdrawal, and then it would be more like initial, treatment, then back here and then like this. Next term is ablative effect. Ablative effect is basically a decrease. When you are learning about ablative effect, it would be a decrease in behavior. Why? Because the behavior was already reinforced. For example, if you are using chocolate as a reinforcer for a kid to complete a puzzle, now the kid usually does the puzzle all the time whenever he is given the chocolate afterwards, but then the child already took the chocolate before the session. He already had the access to it. He had satiation. Now the motivation of the chocolate would be decreased. There would be a decrease in behavior of doing that activity, completing that puzzle, because he already got the chocolate. So that would be the ablative effect, decrease in the behavior. Basically chocolate intake had the ablative effect on that activity. Now ABC recording. A stands for antecedent, that would be before the behavior. B is the behavior, or you can also call it response or number of responses, and then C is the consequence. So that would be the after, whatever happened after the behavior. So ABC recording would be recording whatever happened before the behavior, then the behavior, and then what happened afterward, that would be ABC recording. Abolishing operation. So basically, for the same example that we took for the ablative effect, we can also say that the effectiveness of chocolate was abolished as a result of taking that chocolate earlier before the session. So it had abolished, but this would be decrease in the effectiveness, or you can say value. Accuracy of measurement. In terms of ABA, in accuracy of measurement, we can say that accuracy is the extent of observed value, observed measurement in relation to the real or true event. The similarities between both observed value matching the true value. Adjunctive behavior is also known as schedule induced behavior. So the behavior that is a result of schedules of reinforcement, that would be the adjunctive behavior. Affirmation of consequent. Affirmation of consequent is a 3-step form of reasoning. So basically it has 3 steps. So it's more like an antecedent and consequent statement, like if A is the antecedent and B is the consequent. First step is that we would make the statement that if A is true, B is true. Second statement would be B is found to be true. And third would be A is true because B was found to be true. So these are all interlinked, and we can say that it's more about finding out the factors which are affecting each other and affirming which is the consequent of what. So we will be covering this in detail too. For now, you can only remember that antecedent consequent statement saying that if A is true, B is true. If A is true, B is found to be true. And if B is found to be true, then A is true. Alternating treatment design. Obviously, that means changing. This is like where 2 or more conditions are presented. Maybe it can be changed in the rate or the frequency or the duration of any of the factors. It can be anything, but 2 or more conditions are presented, then it would be alternating treatment design, because we are basically changing or we are alternating the treatment designs. So basically, again, this would be about schedule of reinforcement. And it would be providing reinforcement as needed, along with the ongoing schedule of reinforcement. Anecdotal observation is a form of direct observation in which the observer records all the information in details. It may include multiple antecedent events, all the behavior, sequence of behavior, and all in the natural environment. Also called as ABC recording, like here. So anecdotal observation is also known as ABC recording, but this basically is direct observation. All behaviors in interest, antecedent, events, and consequence. So it's similar. So it's basically same as ABC recording. Antecedent. So any environmental condition or stimulus change prior behavior. Now antecedent intervention would be something that we are doing before the behavior. So it's more of a behavior change strategy that manipulates the behavior in some way, and that is obviously that's known as antecedent. So it's something that's done prior behavior. Antecedent stimulus class. This would be a set of stimulus with the common relation. That would be antecedent stimulus class. So it's more like a set of stimulus that is provoking the same behavior, that is followed by the same behavior, something that is triggering the behavior and are related to each other. That would be set of stimulus, that would be antecedent stimulus class. So all this information, I would suggest to go through each of these terms first, go through all the data, and then visit the link given in the description below and attempting the short quiz that I have shared with you. And we will be moving toward more 15 terminologies in our next video. Thank you for watching.